Hello, this is Valeria and I have prepared for you a very interesting project today. I will use a stamp set called My Little Bear with Cupcakes by a company called Scrapberry. It's really lovely and I love to use this kind of stamps for coloring with different mediums. You can practice your watercoloring or Copic coloring. I am planning to create videos with little bears too, but today I will focus on the small stamps. I don't know why, but I love to use tiny little stamps included in stamp set. It's really hard to change or be creative with big stamps because they are already perfect. On the other hand, you can be very creative with all these little stamps. For example, you can create your own backgrounds or create an interesting scene, and that's exactly what we are going to do today. We will do a bunch of masking, so prepare for that, okay? What do you need for this project? First of all, high quality watercolor paper. This one is from Canson. It is thick and it's really easy to use. I love it because it has perfect texture side. Usually I use the texture side because it's a sign of a quality paper, but this time I will use the smooth side. I will use Tim Holtz water brush with a fine detail nib, but later I have decided to use one of my watercolor brushes. Finally, I have decided to use my watercolor pencils. Sorry, I don't know the correct pronunciation, but it's called Kooh-I-Noor Mondeluz watercolor pencils, a set of 36 pieces. I have made a little swatch and it's easy to use it because you have a number on each pencil. We will need, of course, a lot of masking paper. This time I use post-it notes with a XXL sticky area and a heat gun, of course. Okay, so enough of talking, let's stamp something. I will use, as usually, VersaFine Onyx Black ink. It works perfectly every time. I will use the sentiment, wonderful day, even though it would be better to use a sentiment like you're sweet or wishing you a sweet birthday, but I wanted to use just this one stamp set. We are going to make classic A2 size cut, which means it measures 4¼ by 5½ inches. Start with the sentiment. As always, I try my stamps first on a scrap piece of paper and then stamp it on the main panel. The idea is to create a scene where two little cute flies bring a lot of sweets on one place for a special person. So take the flies and stamp it on the panel. And now starts the fun part with a lot of masking and a lot of sweets. Start with the biggest cupcake on the top of the sweets. I have prepared my masks because this video will be extremely long for sure, but it would be the eternity to cut it here. You will need at least 2 masks for every stamp you are going to use. As we all know, VersaFine Onyx Black ink is pigment ink and it stays wet for some time, so it's always a good idea to heat it up with your heat gun. Place the mask on the biggest cupcake and stamp another little cupcake around it. Use your prepared masks and continue on stamping and masking. Don't take off your masks. Fill the space of your card with new stamps. Just continue on stamping and masking. Usually, you use just one mask for creating the scene. This time, we are creating second and even third generation of masking. In the final result, you will get a perfect 3D image. Don't forget to use your heat gun. You really don't want to smear or smudge your image at this stage. And a final reveal is really exciting. Start to peel off your masks and be proud of yourself because the result is really stunning. Okay, so finally I have decided to add one little cherry. The only healthy thing on this card. As you can see, the challenge doesn't stop here. It's time for coloring. Use light hand and add your color gradually. I will play some music for you. Please take some coffee or tea or even some refreshing drink when it's so enormously hot outside and enjoy the coloring part of this video. again, now the coloring part is over and it's time to add some details. I like to use white gel pen. This one is from the company called Pilot, and add some highlights here and there. Use clear Wink of Stella for little hearts or wherever you wish. Adhere the panel on your card base. Since the card is very colorful and busy, I have decided for craft cardstock. Use glossy accents for more funny details. I don't know why, but finally I have decided to add some sequins. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave me a comment and visit my blog for more inspiration. Have an amazing day and see you soon. Bye!